came to place and we back up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I get back up.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over. Over the end line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Jahan, 180!
54 miles. Ready? Check 15, check 15.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Under 10, under 10.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 20. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They run, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
And it's third down.
Right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Brings up second and 3.
Let's see it. Sunday.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Coming to you.
On third down, Wilkinson. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
180. Trey 15.
Right back to him on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Sunday. 280.
Get him.
On second and 12, Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now Wentz on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
The 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Whip. Watch the whip.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Gun.
31. Check 31.
Now a run with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Check. Lucky.
Hey, alert 3.
Mike's 54. Mike.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Exit. Yours first. You got tight right there.
Play action now. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Zebra. 37 to Mike 37.
I'm coming after you.
Gun.
3rd and long for Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 37's the Mike 37. There we go, 37. Mike 37.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complimentary football, because them doing that Puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Shift. Watch out. Watch out.
On second down, Wilkinson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Here we go. Waiting.
They'll try the left side. Wilkinson, he's got a first down past the 30. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
In that situation on 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. And the offensive line did that. They got lower than the guys in front of them and pushed them aside. But even they had to be surprised at what the result was. That kind of yardage on 3rd and inches, that's not what you get on every play.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
53's the mark. 53.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
82.
53.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude. He's checking.
One.
Cousins to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, high 7.
53's mine. Gotta do better.
Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And they work this out past the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Wentz now on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Great 57.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check 99. Check 99.
Great 57. Hey, Haywood.
53. 53. Mike. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll get this complete to Batson. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Wentz again. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Hey, Alpha.
Yeah. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Let's go, deep. Tighten up.
Wentz to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Wentz, he's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Watch the safety creep.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Gun.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 34-yard line.
Done. Waiting.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Go. 180.
You get right, me. You get right.
Black, come on.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 44-yard line.
Back. 180.
On second down now. Wilkinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 26.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Room here to run. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Switch gears, switch gears. Here you go. Switch. Hey, flicker. Slam. Back. Check right.
First down. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Throw. Kill. Hey, flicker. Check the backer. Kill.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
One.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once it...
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. To throw, it's Wentz. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
At their own 25-yard line.
Go high!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Jordy. Check, Mike, 50. Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Two.
37's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Give him a nut in the jack. There we go. 37's the mic. Mike 37. Let him know.
Like that.
Cousins now. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
Good route here.
37's the mic.
Line out.
Come on here. Come get some. Come get some. He don't want it. Jim. Check three. Slam.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cameron Batson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want It's just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
And got his man complete. 39 yards there, a big one. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Shift. 300. Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. First. Watch the pass. Here we go. Mike, 54. Bravo. 54. You must. Hey, Steamer. Check. Gun.
Here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up on a USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Wentz. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Back. 480. Man 5-7. Hey, Delta.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Quit talking about it.
Kill.
Mike, 53. Mike.
Wentz now to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Go.
Check 53's Mike. Come on.
Now a play fake. Wentz. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a give, right side. Wilkinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Wentz going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eric Kendricks gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Mike 54. Hey, Orbit. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Gun.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Hey, bring up 48.
SOS. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch the
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Cross. Bring up 48. Hey, exit.
53. Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole. 53's the Mike.
Gun.
Check Mike.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And he slings one that's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Steve 6. Flag.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Gun.
Motion.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Complete, it's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike 54. Mike.
Gun.
So we got man.
4th down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back to you.
Gun.
Check Mike 54.
To throw is Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
64, reach. Wide.
Check.
Hey, can. Yellow.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Zebra. Black.
Check 24.
Lucky 48.
Check your hot read.
Hey, wahoo. Hey, receiver. Where's your hot? Yellow.
Mike 37. It's been a long day for you. Check 43.
Gun. Where's your hot?
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They come up in an offset eye. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes